going on, Jerome's? So, veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford, blah, 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 Super Bowl win only because of Kevin O'Connell, blah, blah, blah. Rams looking to trade him, right? So, the Rams reportedly have authorized Stafford's agent to seek a trade, right? So, per Tom Pelissero, NFL Network. And what's interesting is once Sean McVay is done with the player, he's just done. It happened with Todd Gurley. It happened with Jared Goff. It happened with Cooper Kupp, and now it's happening with Matthew Stafford. McVay just uses them and loses them. It's exactly what it does, man. But this could be absolutely huge for the Minnesota Vikings. Notably, what's going to go on with quarterback slinging Sammy Darnold, aka America's quarterback. Now, Stafford getting traded? No. This is not what we're talking about. Although I would do this 100 times before signing stupid Aaron Rodgers and a stupid face. I just don't see that. But this is what is important in these recent developments, because if and when the Rams do trade Matthew Stafford, they're going to need themselves a quarterback. And I fully understand that, hey, that guy played well against us. Scouting is important, but it's not like Darnold played well against him in the playoffs. Nine sacks. Just no. But Darnold makes a ton of sense for the Rams, and we said it even during the season. We've said it a couple times during the offseason too that honestly, I feel like the Rams would be the best spot for slinging Sam Darnold to continue his success and all that stuff, because McVay, O'Connell, similar offense, and you saw what Sam Darnold did with the Kevin O'Connell offense this year. I think McVay sees that as well, and I do think that Darnold being a West Coast guy, LA, SoCal guy, that would make a ton of sense. There's some weapons with Puka and company with the Rams. They're building a decent offensive line out in LA as well. So I honestly think that this would be the best possible spot for Darnold. Plus, Darnold would give the Rams an immediate chance to basically pass the baton, not take a step back from the Stafford era, and move forward with a younger quarterback who operates well in a very similar offensive scheme. And what's great about it is that Darnold is going to have suitors, because he's going to be the apple of everyone's eye in free agency that needs a quarterback, because it's not a great quarterback class. But if and when the Rams trade Stafford to the Giants, which they're not going to get the number 3 overall pick, but they certainly could be in line for a bounty, that could free up some draft picks for the Vikings to potentially get a tag and trade done with the Rams. Now, the franchise tag window ends on March 4th, but I'm sure that Kwesi Lesney, if this indeed is going to be something that comes to fruition, are having these conversations, because not only would a tag and trade for Darnold keep him off the market and keep his value a little bit lower, I think that Darnold would see the appeal here. It's like, would Darnold rather go home to the Rams, great coaching with Sean McVay, and great weapons around him, have a chance to succeed right away, or sign with Tennessee, right, for a couple extra dollars more? Right, so I think that this could be appealing to Darnold and his agent. This could be appealing to the Rams. This obviously could be appealing to the Vikings. So I think that the moving of Stafford is a piece that certainly helps, because now the demand is going to be there, and now maybe other teams get into the tag and trade derby, where before they could have just easily sat back and let Darnold come to them in free agency potentially. But now that the Rams, again, absolute perfect spot for Darnold, are on the table, maybe they up their bids, which maybe causes the Rams to up their bids, and maybe the Vikings come out with some decent draft compensation, ideally in 2025, where the Vikings are short on draft picks, and go from there. So this is actually huge news for the Vikings, because it is the best possible spot for Darnold, and now there's a new player and new competition on the demand for Sam Darnold, and that could only benefit the Vikings. So I'm loving it, man. It's absolutely fantastic. But your thoughts are thoughts. Matthew Stafford getting a trade request in, given permission to seek a trade, which he's going to be moved, and now slinging Sammy Darnold. Come on down. Hey, so Stafford gets traded. Walk with me. Stafford gets traded to the Giants for a 2, a 3, and a 4. And then the Rams would have their first. They would have a 2, they have 3 3s, and they would have 2 4s, right? So give us the 2, give us a 3, give us a 4. Just basically flip all that draft compensation from the Giants, and you, indeed, can have Sam Darnold or something along those lines. And your thoughts are thoughts. Darnold trade huge impact for the Vikings. Let us know. Thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best to do. Skol, production value.